guys, not in the minivan at least, but I would like to give you a little tour of the racetrack. It's cool, kind of a cool opportunity for you guys since we are under a little bit of a rain delay here, that we can actually take you around the track, show you some cool things, answer any more questions that you guys might have, maybe a little bit more on a one-on-one basis, and kind of give you a brief introduction of what you guys are going to be doing here in a little bit. So this is Walt Disney World Speedway. It's a 1 mile tri-oval racetrack. A lot of people don't realize that this track actually has 3 turns instead of 2 or 4, depending on how you would look at it. So it's not a traditional oval. It's more like Pocono Raceway if you're NASCAR fans and you watch the races all the time. It's like a miniature version of Pocono, and you'll see that when we get out here. But it was actually built in 1995 for the Indy Racing League in conjunction with Indianapolis Motor Speedway. So basically they wanted to bring racing to this region of the country, and they partnered with Disney to build this racetrack. That was kind of in the midst of the whole IRL champ car debate, if you guys are familiar with the open wheel racing. And the Indy Racing League ran their very first race in 1996 here at Walt Disney World Speedway. So that's pretty cool. They ran several races here, and then shortly afterwards they decided to not run the races here anymore. But that's when Richard Petty Driving Experience came in, and we got to help, offer this location to our NASCAR fans, our Indy fans. We had actually an Indy experience here for a long period of time, and now it's the Richard Petty Driving Experience, and we can offer you guys the ability to actually drive on a racetrack. So they also ran some Craftsman Truck Series races here. So it's had NASCAR, it's had Indy, and now it has a little bit of everything, I guess. The track actually has, like Bill was talking about inside, not very much banking. So the maximum amount of banking that's actually in the corners of this track is 12 degrees. Which is actually not very much for a stock car, a NASCAR style stock car. Daytona, for instance, has 33 degrees of banking. So you can imagine, almost 3 times as steep as this is right now is what something like Daytona is. So this is a real driver's track. It's very fun to ride and drive around. You really get to feel the motion of the car and really feel those G-forces working with you while you're driving around. So it's pretty cool. As you see here, if you can see out, we have these dots on the track. There's these red dots. We call those gates. Basically, as an instructor or as a guest that's out here driving the cars, we've put reference points around the track because we know that you guys out here driving don't have as much experience in a race car, or maybe no experience in a race car as our instructors do. So what those gates do is they serve as a reference point for you out here driving to really help gain the proper racing line around the track, and then that also helps maximize your speed and capabilities of the race car. So that's pretty cool. And then we also have these cones that you see out here, and those are our reference points for starting to get on the gas or get off the gas. So these double cones down at the bottom is at the point in which you start to get on that gas pedal and you start accelerating, down this back straightaway, which is only about 900 feet long or so, but you can get up to quite high speeds. The Indy cars were over 200 miles an hour down this back straightaway, which is pretty impressive. I think the track record here in an Indy car was like somewhere around 17 seconds. That orange cone that we just drove by around the outside is our deceleration cone. So that's actually where we get off the gas pedal and the car starts to work its way into the corner and races around the track. Pretty cool, huh? Mm-hmm. Any questions at all? We're going 35 miles an hour right now, so I'm guessing you guys thought we were going faster than 35. I actually thought we were going faster than 35, and it'll be a good indicator of how your ride along might feel at speeds much quicker than that.
Do you have do you have plans to actually have more races here in the future?
There are actually no plans to have races here in the future as far as I know. You know, we operate here 360 some days a year, so it's really, you know, our business operates here almost every day, and I'm not sure that, you know, I can't really speculate on whether or not there would be races here anytime in the future, but as far as I know, there's not going to be any additional races at this track. Would it be cool? Absolutely, but I think that Disney really, you know, likes the fact that we have a customer-based experience, you know, at Walt Disney World Speedway, because it really just gives another offering for race fans to do at Walt Disney World.
Now, I know you have the exotics, and you have a special track for it, or do you?
Yeah, so actually on your left-hand side here, we actually have an infield road course that you guys will see when we drive around here. I can show you part of it as well. The exotics, they actually run the opposite direction, so they'll be turning right around this turn 2 of the oval track, going back down this back straightaway here into a braking zone, and then they work their way over into the infield road course. So if you see all those blue walls to your left over there, those actually are kind of guides around our exotics course here at Walt Disney World Speedway. It's also about 1 mile in length, so the trial oval is right about a mile, and our exotics course is right about 1 mile, except you use right and left turns. All right, so the exotic cars are actually, you know, not like stock cars where they're designed to only turn left. They have different handling characteristics that really allow them to, you know, turn left and right, and are much more suited on a road course type racetrack versus a oval type racetrack. Because our you know, goal is to help maximize, you know, the ability of our cars and the experience in our cars. So as you can see here, all the way through there's some series of cones and rumble strips and different things that kind of guides your way through the interior portion of our exotics course. So the cars will actually be coming towards us and entering on to the turn 2 of the oval, going back down the back straightaway the opposite way that we just came, braking, and then coming back into this interior portion. So we're pretty excited about it. You know, it serves, you know, as part of the Disney experience with the bright walls and things like that. And we also have an observation deck over there by that blue umbrella, if you can see it to your left there. That's actually an observation deck for all of our guests and drivers who might be doing the exotic driving experience, to go over there, and they can actually you know, watch their family members go around the track. So they can get right up there close and personal. They can take photos and all that stuff. Same goes with the stock cars. You can be right here on pit road, and you can watch your spouse or son or daughter or any family member or friend go around the racetrack in the stock cars also. Pretty cool.
Now with the exotics, it's only driving. There's no ride-along.
No, there's ride-alongs in the exotics also.
Now with the ride-alongs, do you have plans to actually add that for kids?
Well, at this point, no. And the reason being is this: these are production vehicles, so they have airbags just like any other production vehicle on the market today. So we have a age and size restriction for the exotic cars, just like we do for the normal stock car ride-alongs, because we would never want to put somebody who's too small to ride in the front seat of a car in a position to ride around our car in the racetrack, because it would just be unsafe.
Are they faster than the stock cars, or slower, or not the same?
Are the exotics? It's a different type of speed. As far as the overall speed goes, try it from there. There we go. As far as the overall speed goes, it's from one ride driver to another, it's probably pretty close to the same overall top speed, but it's just a different type of speed. The stock cars carry a lot more momentum through the corners and stuff, and the exotics have a lot of straight line acceleration. So.
Okay, thank you.